Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and here we are with Miss Letty again, and I'm going to talk about something else. So Miss Letty, welcome here, and how is it going?
Everything's fine, thank you. I'm quite relaxed. It's a Sunday, so I don't really do a lot on a Sunday.
All right. I have maybe kind of a tiny question or kind of trivial one for you, I think. Relates to English. Um, you are a native English teacher, so I'm going to ask you. So many people, I mean, like learners, they focus on building their vocabularies, how to using correct grammar. But apart from that, I'm going to ask you how to be sound more polite in English according to grammar rules. And if possible, also you can share us about how to be polite in English in social wise.
Right. I've never really thought about that before. Maybe because it comes so natural to me, because of my personality and the way I've been brought up. But if you look, I suppose, at English grammar, it advises us how to be polite in English. And I think one of the ways to help us be polite in English is using modal verbs. For example, could, can, may you. So if you look on the internet, you can look at this section in grammar, and it would be asking for something or inviting someone to do something. So I think in Old English, maybe more than modern English, there were different levels of formality. So if you wanted to say, can I open the window? Could I open the window? May I open the window? Would it be all right if I open the window? Would you mind if I open the window? So with the same sentence, I showed you different degrees of formality, from the quite normal one that children can use to the more advanced one that maybe you would use in an office or a business. I don't know if that helped you or not, or you would like to ask something else.
Yeah, probably it is according to the grammar rule. As I had, we avoiding using one word answer, for example, like yes or no. So we have to a little bit adding more information. So would you like when this?
For example, I get very frustrated with younger people now because I find it so difficult to have a conversation with them. Because they say only one syllable answers, like you said, yes, no. And for me, this shows a lack of interest if you only give one word answer. Also, when you are studying a language, maybe not at the beginning, but further along the line, you can look at the culture and you can read about the mannerisms of the country that you are learning the language of. And you can learn the do's and the don'ts. If you Google it or you look on YouTube, they will say the do's and don'ts when you're in England. So you will learn how to be polite. When I went to Tokyo, I did the same. I investigated and I learned what was acceptable and what isn't. I think also in English, we don't say things directly. I noticed this from Spanish. In Spanish, they are very direct when they're speaking. And so they would say, give me the sugar. And I would never say that, give me the sugar. For me, it's like an order or something too direct. I would say, could you pass me the sugar, please? So we say it in a more roundabout way.
Yes, yes, that's true. Also, we have to turn the like to become affirmative sentence kind of. I think it would be better if you doing this, for example, like that one, instead of uh send me your picture, send me your number, kind of very direct. It's kind of who do you think you are? You like, your subordinate. So I think it's just better to say, I would be happy if you could send me blah 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 whatever.
Mm.
That is what I would.
Uh, the one you used is very formal, for example. There are less formal ones, but you can't just ask for something. It's too direct. And also, if it's speaking, you would have to change your tone of voice. So just think that in English, it may seem silly to everybody else, but we do it in a very roundabout way. And also, we use a lot of please and thank you. Comparing it with Spanish, they say in Spanish, when they haven't heard something, they would say, what? And I think, oh gosh, what are you saying in English? So you would never say what. You would say, excuse me, sorry, could you repeat? So that you can't do things directly from your language into the English language. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
It will come over too aggressive, maybe.
Yeah.
So when I am talking to somebody, when I am confident with this person, I give them some pointers of things that they say or do, and I explain, I'm sorry, you shouldn't do that. So they don't take offense because I am helping them.
Yeah.
Another something that I find very upsetting sometimes is when people say to you, hello, dear. And that familiar way of speaking to someone we do not use as well. So more than polite, I could find that rude. So the younger generation, I don't know if they translate it from their own language, and you join a chat or you join something for the first time, and I would never say hello dear to anybody because it's too familiar and I don't know that person very well. So I think this is another way that you need to think about. If you don't know someone too well, don't come over too strong and too familiar.
Yeah, this is the thing that English learners needs to know. Beside all the basic one, the first one to avoid rudeness. So I think you have to pay attention on avoiding answering question with one word. Need more explanation. Mind your P's and Q's. Don't say kind of acclamation, kind of we can turn it into positive sentence. Then what else? Maybe in the social terms, Miss Letty, you can add about probably in many country we have different culture, of course. That is why for some people it's not acceptable to ask about something that consider private stuff. Maybe what kind of private stuff that consider is not polite to ask.
You mean taboo subjects?
Whatever maybe is.
Taboo subjects are if you don't know someone very well and if you know them well, there are some subjects in England that we wouldn't talk about. So we say you never talk about money, you never talk about religion or politics.
Politics. Okay.
And also you don't come ask personal questions unless you have a very close relationship with someone. And also be careful not to step on their toes. So you wouldn't go in like a bull into a china shop and start asking very personal questions. It makes me laugh when you join a group for the first time to practice your English and there are so many personal questions instead of something more generalized, no?
So what about when people asking about their ages? Maybe how old are you, for example, like that way? Is this acceptable for everyone in the UK or in the British country?
Well, normally we don't, but it doesn't offend me now. I don't think it's that important really to know somebody's age at the beginning of a conversation, but it doesn't bother me personally. But maybe in an English conversation, it's not necessary to ask that in the first 5 or 10 minutes, no?
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe if it came into the conversation related to a topic, it's important to know someone's age. Well, okay, but not like straight away.
So okay, I think everyone we need basically to understand. Just be very careful using like dear, because maybe in official or formal setting, like sending an email, and they using dear in proper way. Just pay close attention on that. So avoiding to doing silly thing. So anyway, Miss
Yeah,
Letty,
it's something very small, but I would never use it. And maybe because it's more of my age and the way I am. But if I don't know you, I don't know, because dear is like something very familiar. You would use it with someone who's in your family or someone you would know very well. I have a funny story that when once I went to England, to the north, I was with my daughter and I asked a question. I asked the man the address or the directions to go somewhere, and he said, "It's over there, love." Love. And when we'd finished, my young daughter said to me, "Mama, why did he call you love? He isn't Papi." So something like that. In the north of England, they use different expressions, colloquialisms, and you would learn them if it was necessary, no? But on a daily basis, on a formal situation, I don't think you would use them. So a language is not only, as we said before, the 4 skills, it's more of getting involved with the culture and understanding the mannerisms of the people who live there.
Yeah, I think we have to understand the background, the culture when we learning language. I mean, learning English is not enough. Just understand the definition of particular word, but also we have to understand the custom, what going on in there, so we know how to put ourselves in a way. So thank you everyone for watching. Hope this is useful, and we have to learn more about British culture if you want to learn English, because otherwise you're gonna misuse it. So thank you, Miss Letty, for your time. See you
You're welcome.
everyone. Bye for now.
Toodaloo.